Hey guys, welcome to the Little Woolly Things podcast. This is episode 18. I am Wendelica Ann.
I'm Wendelica Joy. I'm Elena Grace.
And we have lots of things to show you today, so...
Get out your knitting or crocheting project.
And your beverage of choice.
And we'll get started in just a minute.
Hello! Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that I have a Ravelry group for the podcast. Yay! It's the Little Woolly Things podcast on Ravelry, and you can find information for test knitters. I will have some test knits coming up soon. You can also see what's going on in the chatter thread or in any of the knit-alongs that I host. I don't do very many knit-alongs. But occasionally they have been known to happen, so you can find all the information there on my Ravelry group page. You can also follow Little Woolly Things on Facebook and on Instagram. Technically, I am also on Twitter, but I don't really pay attention to that. So anyway, let's start off with what we are drinking. You want to show what we have here?
Okay, hang on. Got it.
Okay. We are all drinking Blue Lotus chai. Blue Lotus chai is an unsweetened chai powder that you just put in your cup. It comes with a cute little itty bitty bamboo spoon, just right for measuring for your cup of tea. And it's super concentrated. It's spices and black tea powder. So you just put a scoop of that into your cup, or if you're having, a huge cup like I am, you want 2 scoops.
How many are there?
I like mine with 2 scoops, and then a spoonful of honey, and pour some hot water on it.
How many cups?
Stir it to dissolve.
There are only 2 in there.
Yeah.
2 scoops.
And then add a little half and half, or whipping cream if you're feeling super decadent. Sorry, I'm there's a fly in here and it's driving me crazy.
It's right there.
So yeah. Anyway, this little tin of chai makes 100 cups of tea, which is a great deal. I love it. And I buy that online at, I think it's chai.com.
Chai.com.
I think so, or Chai Direct.
I
don't remember. Anyway, I think I found it through Amazon. You can get anything on Amazon, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okie dokie. So,
Except for
this is actually the second time we've recorded this podcast.
because the first time I forgot to turn on the microphone.
Yeah, I have this new microphone. It's sort of newish. Did we use it for the last podcast? I think we did.
Yes.
But this time, when we set up for the podcast...
We forgot to turn it on. We had it plugged in and everything. So, forgot to turn it on when we started. I showed this project that I'm working on right now in the last recording. And now I'm most of the way done with it, so you can see.
So yeah, we're gonna try and remember what we have and haven't said. I mean, because we've said it all already, but we're gonna try and say it all again. Thank goodness for show notes. Yay! So I have one finished object.
Nobody else does.
Nobody else does, and it's not even a knitting project, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway.
It's got something secret in it.
It does. It has a secret project in it.
I'm working on a secret project that I'm going to show to you.
I'm
working on it. Nobody knows who it's going to be for but me. I have guesses.
Okay. So, my finished object is this project bag. And it has,
I have
let's see, if you open up the drawstring at the top.
You're this is a good person on the list.
Or zip it shut, I guess. If you shut the the drawstring at the top of the bag, this turns into straps so you can wear it like a backpack.
It's a backpack.
It is lined with this bright yellow And I am so proud of the zipper that I put on this pocket.
She's been afraid of zippers.
Yeah,
She's
the
afraid
kids
of
already
zippers.
know everything I'm going to say here. I've had a serious fear of sewing zippers for years. And I understand that zippers are a lot easier to do on bags than they are on garments.
Shirts,
But
dresses.
this came out so nicely. I'm almost feeling like I could do a zipper in a garment now. I kind of made peace with my zipper foot and figured out how to make it look nice. And so, I mean, it's not perfect, but this is the best zipper I think I've ever done. So I'm really, really happy with that. And I'm going to play around with some other bag designs, and hopefully one of these days I will feel prepared. I will feel enough prepared to make some project bags and have them listed in my Etsy shop.
Yay!
Yeah, I cannot do that quite yet. I did ask my Instagram followers what they thought of this style of backpack, or of knitting bag, project bag. And most people who responded were not really interested in the backpack style. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this style. Tony.
Tony,
Hello,
don't
Tony.
put this.
Come here, Tony.
The dog's playing with the thing.
Come here, you. Let's show Tony.
Let's show
Do you want to meet
Tony.
everybody?
Hey, you want to meet everybody?
Come here. Come here. Hey. Here's
Here's
Tony.
Tony.
Here's Tony, our lovely, lovely dog.
Tony likes to make noise while we're podcasting.
Yes!
Alright, so where were we? We finished my FOs, so it's time to talk about whips. So one of my whips is in this project bag, but I cannot show it off to you because it is a secret.
Because of secrecy.
Because of secrecy. It is a collaboration between myself and Kayla of Whips on Sticks. Yes, Whips on Sticks. She has an Etsy shop, and I think she has... Tony's gonna have to go outside. I think that she has her own URL now, whipsonsticks.com. So I gotta tell you that Kayla's yarn is so dreamy to knit with. It's I already told this story once, but I will tell it to you again. Knitting with her yarn, she sent me some sparkle, and it is like when you have a field of new fallen snow and the sun shines on it and it just glistens all over. That's what Kayla's yarn is like, and it just it's amazing. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to show you this project when it is finished. That's one that I'm going to need some test knitters for. So if you are interested in test knitting a stole with glimmer sparkles, actually I guess you could knit it in yarn that doesn't sparkle. I'm not sure why you would want to. Anyway, you can contact me, and all the information when we're at that point will be in my Ravelry group. Yeah, we're just not quite to the test knitter stage yet, but pretty soon. But I do have one whip that I can show you, and this is my Stormy Sky shawl by lifeiscozy.com. That's where you can find it. And I am working this in shawl in a ball, and I've got to tell you, I have never seen shawl in a ball with sparkle before, but this yarn has a metallic thread running through it, and it's just gorgeous. It's this turquoise color, so all of the sparkles, they don't change color with the color bands. All the sparkles are the same turquoise tone, but it kind of unifies the whole thing. And so I'm really enjoying that. This is my second Stormy Sky shawl that I have made. And that is probably going to be somebody's Christmas present. So, what are you guys working on?
Oh, I'm working on a glove.
Okay, show us your glove.
Okay, working on my So, this glove, this is the first glove. I have never ever crocheted gloves before, so it's a new thing. It's
So Joy is not following a pattern. She is
Not following
making this
pattern,
up.
I'm following.
Just making it up. It's not really the best thing I've ever made, but, you know. So, it's just, I don't know, it's made out of Red Heart yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started it right before we started the first recording of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten this far already. So, that's nice. And if it works, some people at Christmas might get some gloves.
Yay!
That's it.
Okay, Elena's turn. What is Elena working on?
I am working on a rug for somebody for Christmas. Oops, it's backwards. I can't figure out how to... Okay, this. Still working on it.
Hold up. Do you want an extra hand to hold it up?
Joy? Okay. Extra hands.
Extra hands.
Okay. So, this is a rug. Back a little farther.
We're working on
That I'm working on for somebody for Christmas.
I helped make it.
Yes, Joy is helping make it.
Okay.
And this is the middle center
I made
with
that
a flower.
I sewed that on there. Very pretty.
And I put that little pearl bead thing in the center of it. And I'm working on another square still.
Okay.
And it's not quite
So how many squares are you going to put on it altogether?
9.
9 squares. Okay.
I
And how many squares do you have so far?
have 7.
7. Cool. So you're getting close.
Yeah.
Nice.
Need 2 more.
Okie dokie. So we really don't have a whole lot that we can show off.
No.
I have been knitting like crazy, but I'm working on things that are still secrets because I want to show them off so badly. But I want to keep my options open for submitting patterns to certain websites and magazines that don't like it if you have already posted pictures of a project all over the internet, because it kind of steals their thunder when they release their pattern collection. So I'm controlling myself. It's difficult, and I am not posting stuff about my secret projects, but if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen some little sneak peeks of little portions of these. So if you want to kind of try and figure out what I'm working on, you can check out my Instagram feed. Okay, so we are up to acquisitions, I think, already.
I have not bought any yarn.
No one but
Madre.
our mother has
Yeah.
bought any
No one but
yarn.
Mommy.
The kids don't buy yarn very often, but
Nope.
I buy yarn.
You
and
buy
then
yarn
they
for
use
us.
it.
I'm using
Also, sometimes you get
yarn
mixed
that
yarn.
somebody gave.
Yes,
Us.
we do get donations every once in a while from people who are doing some house cleaning.
Yeah, so that's where
And
this yarn
are
Yeah,
giving
fine
away yarn. So I'm working with.
Or who used to crochet yarn it, but
Yeah.
So, along with my acquisitions, I have to tell a story on myself. Yeah, and the kids have already heard this story. So,
so many times.
yeah, but this time we're going to tell it with the microphone turned on, so you can hear it too.
You can hear it now.
So anyway, I went to Ashland with my older daughter Connie because she's taking a Shakespeare class through Umpqua Community College, and as part of that class, she had to go to Ashland to watch some plays. And she got to see 5 plays over the course of 2.5 days, which was wonderful. I got to see 3 of them with her, which was, oh my gosh, so good. You just, I have never been disappointed with a play in Ashland.
The dogs. There was this one play that they had a bunch of wild dogs, but they couldn't actually bring the dogs. So
In the
into
theater.
the theater, so they had these sticks with collars on the end, and then there were these actors and
Leashes.
stuff.
And
they
then-
had these actors up on the balconies and stuff. They were making dog sounds, so these people came in holding a bunch of sticks out in front of them, so it looked like they were
with
invisible
leashes
dogs.
and collars.
Right.
So it looked like they were invisible dogs.
I think that was Sense and Sensibility,
Sense
but
and
I don't know. None of us actually saw that.
No.
Connie saw that play without
Connie
me.
saw that. She told us though.
Right. Okay, so anyway, while Connie was watching plays. On the last day, on Saturday, I dropped her off where she was supposed to meet with her class, and then I parked her car. We were driving her car, and I went over to the park, and I sat there by the duck pond, and I was just happily knitting on my project and making notes and stuff because I was working on my secret project that I can't show you yet.
Secret project.
And all of a sudden, I realized I did not have the keys in my pocket. I had left them hanging in the ignition in the car, which was nicely locked because I'm good like that when I'm traveling. I lock my car. So then I panicked. I called my husband and I said, I locked myself out of the car. I feel so stupid. And he said, I'm 150 miles away. I can't help you. You have to call a locksmith. So luckily I had my phone with me and did some quick Googling. Found that there was one locksmith in Ashland that was open on weekends. And he said he'd be there in like 20 minutes. So I hung up the phone and looked around me, and I was parked in front of a yarn store. Oh my goodness! Can you imagine me parking in front of a yarn store? I mean, what? So
Unbelievable.
So while I was waiting for the locksmith, I went to the yarn store. The yarn store was having a sidewalk sale as a fundraiser for their local grade school. So yeah, that was nice. But it was also rather fortuitous that I had the locksmith coming in. I couldn't just sit in the yarn store and browse for hours and hours and hours. It kind of put, some restraint on me because I had to be able to get out there and meet the locksmith.
Good.
So anyway, I will show you what I bought at the yarn store in Ashland. I bought this Tahki Stacy Charles Cotton Classic, which is 100% mercerized cotton. And this is the classic mauve colorway. And I gotta tell you, mauve is my color right now.
You will find out.
So I was very pleased with that find. It wasn't terribly expensive. And then, along with the classic mauve, I also found this Berroco, and this yarn line is called Mixer. And I specifically picked this one because of the variation of texture. I wanted another cotton, but I didn't want it to be flat like this cotton. I wanted it to have some sheen, but this one has some shiny sections and some matte sections, and this is, the colorway is called Champagne, which actually looks more like a dusty rose or like a ballet pink to me, somewhere in between. But I thought that would look really nice against the Cotton Classic as far as a textural difference. And then I found this other one. This is a Classic Elite Yarns Calista, another 100% mercerized cotton, but this one is in a chainette, and this is their wine color. And so that's just another texture that I didn't really expect to find, but when I saw it, I liked it. And I think that the 3 different textures will make a really interesting thing that's going to be a Christmas present for somebody. Anyway, I just really thought these 3 would go nicely together.
They do.
They do. Thank you. Okay, and so their sidewalk sale had just, it was bins of yarns, and I found this S. Charles Calazione Luna, which is a 71% super kid mohair, 20% silk, and 9% lurex. And who could resist super kid mohair and silk? I mean, really, this yarn's got to have like superpowers.
It's
right?
soft and
so
sparkly.
Soft and so fuzzy and so sparkly, and we're all about the sparkles.
Yeah.
All about the sparkles today.
Although it should have been mauve.
It should have been mauve, but it's not mauve. It is brown disc. So this, I believe, I'm going to hold along with some very fine lace weight alpaca and silk that I have in a nice chocolate color. So I think it will just make that more chocolate and fuzzy and sparkly and special. So that is so cool. Then
Ooh, you have
that's-
your other stuff.
Yes,
The
I know.
other-
I know. We've already gone through this, so Elena knows what's coming.
Yes, I do know it.
She didn't know before, but now she does.
But now she knows. Speaking of sparkles, okay, we are like super sparkle right now.
Sparkles.
I bought from Little Knits in Seattle. They were having a sale, and they posted about it on Instagram, and I fell for it. This is Southwest Trading Company, String Me Along. This one is called Snow Day. And this one is called Coffee Beans.
That was my favorite.
And this one is called Deep into Mauve.
Deep into Mauve.
I'll let you show off the mauve. And it actually, the thread itself looks blue, but I think the sparkles are where the mauve comes in.
Yeah.
So since we're so into mauve, I thought I couldn't resist that. And what a fun way to just add some sparkle to whatever yarn you want to work with. We are going to have some serious sparkles this Christmas.
That Snow Day really well.
See, this one, the Snow Day, I'm thinking might have to turn into some snow trip hats.
Yeah.
If you've been watching my podcast since last year sometime, you may remember that we do an annual family snow trip every year.
And usually it's snowing.
Usually.
It wasn't very snowy.
We don't always get great snow. Some years are fabulous. We do sledding and skiing and just
one time-
snowman building, and it's great. And other years we get more like a mud trip.
Last year
I did make a snowman, but then it melted the
It's
second
pretty
day.
small.
Yeah,
You couldn't make a very big snowman when we were there last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sad.
That's Joy's turn.
a couple years ago, I was walking and I stepped off into some snow and I fell like up to my waist. It was really deep.
There was so much snow.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So yeah,
that one
where
year.
we live, it doesn't snow. But we are within a few hours driving distance of where it does snow.
Yes.
Which is actually where I grew up. So when we go to the snow, it's like a chance to come home, where I grew up for me. And the kids, it's just, we do it every single year.
Family
and it's
time.
a chance to have family
Time to play with the cousins and
Yeah.
our friends.
Hang out
sledding.
with cousins and friends and see grandma and grandpa.
Hopefully I get to go skiing this year.
Yeah, we get to go skiing. It's the one time a year that the kids get to go
That-
skiing.
there's this one day
I've
I
been
always
wanting
wanted-
to go skiing.
Okay, so what else do I have to show off? Oh, I have one more thing. It's the last thing. And I gotta tell you, I have never purchased an enamel pin from a podcast before. This is my very first one. And I bought this from the Naughty Knitwits. And it is so sparkly. So sparkly. It is a ball of yarn with 2 knitting needles and little caricatures of Michelle and Leslie from the Naughty Knitwits podcast. They are so funny. If you haven't watched their podcast, you really should check it out. I will put a link in the show notes so that you can go right to it. They are sometimes a little bit inappropriate, but they're real, and I appreciate that. And I am going to put that on the little zipper pocket portion of my bag that I made. It has a locking back of some sort that I do not really understand how to work, but I'll figure it out.
Yes.
I will figure it out, and it will. I decided to put it in the pocket here because then I don't think this back is going to come off because I can't even figure out how to get it off. But if anything should happen and the back would come off, then at least it would be in my pocket of my bag. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. And Michelle included this cute little progress keeper of a little bunny peep.
What's
Dipped-
a peep?
Little bunny peep dipped in frosting and dipped in sprinkles. And it's
And
just
it's
super cute.
sparkly.
It's kind of like an Easter bunny.
A marshmallow Easter bunny.
marshmallow thing.
Didn't they make like chickens?
Yeah, peeps were originally
Chickens.
chicks, and then they branched out to also
Oh, I
bunnies.
said right
So
there.
it's sparkly too. Everything I have to show off is kind of sparkly.
Sparkly.
Yay.
Oh,
So
mine isn't sparkly.
yeah, that's all that we have to show off
Oh,
this
that's-
time. I don't remember what all we babbled about last time we recorded the episode toward the end, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we got pumpkins, and we're making pumpkin pie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. It's autumn. There are pumpkins. The kids brought home pumpkins from a friend's house this morning, and so they cut them in half and scooped the seeds out.
And we'll get
And put 'em
roasted
in the
pumpkin
oven.
seeds. They're amazing.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have pumpkin pies later.
We're
so
having a pumpkin
yay.
pie contest too.
Are
Elena
you?
and I.
Oh, they have 2 pumpkins. I
Two
guess we'll
pumpkins?
have 2 pumpkin pies.
Yes, and we can put the gold tablecloth on there, and then grab some leaves and have 2 pumpkin pies for dessert.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Oh, could Daddy bring home like?
Oh, whipped cream?
Yeah.
We'll have to see if Daddy will bring home whipped cream.
We'll see.
On his way home.
We
from
will
work.
see.
What is today? Today's Friday?
Today is Friday.
Maybe. It could happen.
Maybe.
Hi, Justin.
Posiblemente.
Justin's looking forward to pumpkin pie, too.
Yay!
Okay, well, thank you guys for hanging in there all the way through this episode. And for, just for coming back and supporting our podcast. We appreciate it. If you feel like it, you could like the video. That helps
And
us.
subscribe.
And subscribe to the podcast. And then you will get notified when we post another video.
Yeah.
Which should be in about another 3 weeks. We've been posting episodes about 3 weeks
But we
apart.
don't really have a schedule. We don't do it like exactly 3 weeks.
No,
It varies.
I'm not that
That's why you
organized.
subscribe, so that your phone will, whatever you're watching it on, will ding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
that's
you
why
won't
you
miss out.
That's why you subscribe.
exactly. Besides, it makes us feel happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye. Love.
And you can see the little bar going back and forth. That's
Oh.
the sound.
I couldn't see it going back and forth when we were
Nope, because it wasn't.
podcasting earlier because the microphone wasn't on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, note to self: when using new microphone,
Turn
don't
it on.
forget to turn it on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm learning new things. Well, I knew that. I mean, I knew that, and I told myself to plug it in. Or when I plugged it in, I told myself to turn it on.
And you did.
But then we weren't quite ready to start yet, so I didn't turn it on. And then we recorded the whole podcast without
turning on
turning
the
on the microphone. And when you plug in the microphone, the external mic, into the camera, then the onboard microphone on the camera doesn't pick up anything. It turns that one off. So we got all kinds of goofy expressions and, hand gestures and things.
And no sound,
No sound.
at all. Here's Tony.
Here's Tony, our lovely dog.
Tony likes to make noise when we're podcasting.
Yes, and he loves to lick us while we're podcasting.
Okay,
That's the
Tony
first
is
time
not
he's ever been on the couch.
Come here, Captain.
Okay, and Captain,
Where's Captain?
there's Captain. Oh,
I don't
we
know
can
if
see him.
Captain can get up here.
Okay.
You can just see. We could show
Captain's
him
our old
at
dog.
the end.
Yeah, we might show him at the end.
Tony, quit playing with that green stuff.
Good boy.